first time ever, it is WWE Champion versus WWE Champion.
After a controversial finish at SummerSlam.
Hook of the leg. Cena's got his foot on the rope.
No, Triple H, Triple H.
John's foot was on the rope.
Apparently it's not gonna matter.
CM Punk is declared the undisputed WWE Champion.
What the hell?
Kevin Nash! Oh my God, the jackknife powerbomb!
Cole, what's he got in mind?
What's going on, guys? Today I'm taking a look at WWE 2K15 on the Xbox One. I used to play this series a lot when I was in high school, back when it was just SmackDown vs. Raw. I think I played until about 2008 or 9, and then the series got a little stale. I heard last year's was a step up when it was purchased by 2K and THQ went out of business. But I missed that one. The 360 and PlayStation 3 version, which came out in October, were supposed to be pretty disappointing, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. Let's take a look at it. So there's 3 modes you're going to be playing in this game. 2K Showcase, Create a Superstar, and the WWE Universe. The 2K Showcase is almost like the story mode that some of the old games had. This one, it's looking at some historic rivalries that happened and you replay through them. This base game has the John Cena CM Punk rivalry from a couple years ago, as well as the HBK Triple H rivalry from the 90s. Now, if you're not familiar with those, it's fine because it shows you a whole intro video clip on how it started, what it was all about, and why it was cool. And then you actually play through matches, and in these matches you have certain mini objectives you're trying to accomplish throughout it. And there's some scripted moments in the matches, so you may lose even if you're not supposed to. And this mode also unlocks alternate costumes for certain people and new characters to play as when you're not playing in this mode. So it's a pretty cool mode. The 2 storylines that they have are both fun, but it would have been great if there was a little more, and unfortunately that's going to be behind a paywall because that's what you're going to get with the Season Pass. So these story modes will last you a couple hours, and then you'll be done with them unless you want to replay them on a harder difficulty or complete one of the objectives in a match that you didn't. Otherwise, once you play it through once, you're done unless you kind of want to go back and rewatch a cinematic or something. So next is the WWE Universe mode. In this, you kind of are playing kind of like a GM, but it's also just kind of like a single player play now. You have the option, you basically have a show, you can pick what matches are on it or play some preset ones. As you play through, you unlock news stories and you unlock rivalries and storylines that you can put certain characters into. So you can kind of create your own rivalries and I guess just create your own show, kind of. And then you can choose to play the match or just sim it or which side you want to play as. So it's got that nice be a GM mode feel that I liked in the previous games that they took out. I wish they had more to do with like kind of getting shows ratings and establishing stronger rivalries. I haven't put too much time into this mode yet, so that may not be true. I'm not 100% sure. I've mainly been doing career and the 2K Showcase. But this is kind of just a nice additional mode to have if you're playing alone and you just want to fool around with it a little. I know there's a lot of achievements tied to it and there's some unlocks in there too. So it's definitely worth your time and checking out. But it's not some amazing, deep, create your own story like you used to be able to, where you can actually type in what the people say and write your own script, kind of, which I never did, but I know some people created some really great storylines you could download. So hopefully they bring something like that back next year.
Oh man, is he fired up. Now back to the ring. Sheamus is going up.
Oh! Whoa! Don't get up!
And finally, we have the My Career mode, where you create a superstar, and you get skill points as you play through matches. You rank up and move up the ranks of the WWE, going from a nobody to NXT to making some appearances on Superstars, doing some dark matches for practice, and eventually to Raw and the pay-per-views. This mode had a lot of hype behind it. It was exclusive to the next-gen consoles. A lot of people are excited just because it's supposed to be like the My Player in the NBA 2K series, which is very addicting. But unfortunately, this one feels a little too grindy. And the problem is with the gameplay, which I'll get to in a little bit, doesn't help with that. But again, you're just playing a match. You get some minuscule experience points that kind of help you level up a little, but not quite enough. And you can go train in a gym and do like practice matches, but there's this awful coach that just says the same dialogue over and over and over again. And once you get out of that gym, you never want to go back there. Trust me, never go back there. You can also get movesets from Superstars that you can buy with the currency that you earn, as well as leveling up your character with skill points, like I said. You can kind of choose if you want to challenge the champion a certain week, or if you want to do a easier match, or a match that'll give you more money and less skill points. Some will give you more fans and less skill points, so it's kind of like you choose your way, but you still end up in the same place. It's just not a very deep mode. Hopefully next year they can improve on that, make you able to interact with the WWE Universe a little bit more, as opposed to just having a text block pop up saying, hey, good match, next week you're facing this person. Which, it's just a little boring. It's not bad, it's just kind of boring. So it's too bad.
This is it. These two superstars.
As for the gameplay, I'm a little bit split on this one. I don't know what 2K14 was like since I didn't play it, but this was way slower. I mean, your punches take a while to throw. Reversal button is both easier and harder if you can see what they're doing. Like if you see a guy's about to wind up for a punch and you got your timing down, you can usually reverse it pretty easily. But there's some moves where you're laying on the ground and the guy will just stand there, and all of a sudden the reversal button will appear above your head, but you have to time it right. You can't see it and then do it. But the guy's just standing there, so you wouldn't think to reverse right then. Whereas if he goes to kind of move a little, you would. And then he'll do a grapple move to you or something, and like the computer will just spam that, and oh, is that frustrating. But the grapple system, it's all a little slow and clunky, it feels like. Like I'll hit A to do one of the grapple moves and nothing will happen. I usually end up just spamming the A button until the guy does something. It's just not very responsive. It feels like I'm fighting it. Another thing I loathe is how to kick out of a pin. It is just so frustrating when you aren't even that damaged and the enemy just goes for a pin and you just don't time it up right and you lose. You basically just hold the A button and pray to God you get it in the little blue area that you have to stop it in. If you go online and add in lag, then it's just pretty much impossible to kick out of a pin unless you're lucky. If you're playing online, just go for a pin as fast as you can because you'll probably just win. The graphics in the game definitely look great. Some superstars look absolutely amazing. John Cena looks great, CM Punk looks pretty good. Then there's some other ones that just kind of didn't get as much love and attention. and they really stick out. Also, the crowd, I hate complaining about this, but sometimes the people in the crowd are just creepy looking. At least polish up the people in the front rows that you're going to see close up.
Yeah, and because of his approach, this company now has 2 champions.
I've also run into this weird camera angle that happens when you're doing grapple moves in a match, and it's just like a close-up of the ref's ass. Like, you can't really see what's happening, it's just the ref's ass in the camera. And it's kind of funny, but, I mean, after the first time, it's just dumb. So they need to patch that out or something. There's also a new system where you both kind of lock up when you're standing up, and it's like a rock, paper, scissors. You push a button, and depending on what button is selected by the opponent, either you get the advantage or they get the advantage. And then you gotta rotate the right stick till it's in this certain area and hold it, and do that before your opponent. And then you can reverse it that way, or you can strike from it or grapple more from it, and it's just a little... It slows everything down, and it's like not the stuff that you want to do. It's just makes it slow and boring. Overall, I'd say WWE 2K15 is not worth $60 right now. If they had put a few more storylines into the 2K showcase, then it could have been worth it. That seems like a really cool mode that has a lot of potential. But right now, it's kind of cash grabby, giving you 2. That's it? 2? The create modes are very limited compared to what you're used to. The graphics are definitely a step up, but the gameplay is a step down, so it's like it took a step forward, 2 steps back for everything it did right. So check eBay, check GameStop, see if you can get this for like $30, maybe 40, and then maybe you'll have some fun with it. The WWE Universe mode, you could probably sink hours into that. I know there's some achievements for that are really grindy for you achievement hunters out there. But overall, this year's release was kind of a letdown, and here's hoping that WWE 2K16 does a lot better. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought of this review, the game, who your favorite superstar is, why you love John Cena, why you hate John Cena, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.